Yo yo yo, what is up YouTube? Doing a little bit of that Tryhard thing, as the title and thumbnail may suggest. So we're back on it doing I don't know how many games this will be, but I'm going to try to make the video anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. I don't really have that much time today because I woke up a little bit later and my nephews are coming over. I have 3 nephews and they're all coming over, and I'm sure they're going to want to make a bunch of noise as kids do and stuff. So I don't really have much time to do this one, so it might end up getting cut short. But I mean, as you guys can see at the bottom of the video, you see how long it is. Maybe it didn't, who knows. I hope it doesn't have to get cut short. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful morning, night, evening, whatever it is for you. And before we get too into this, one thing I wanted to say is thank you guys for letting me know that like the video looked mostly fine yesterday, because my settings got reset, you know. Thank you guys for letting me know it looked mostly fine. But for those of you who didn't know, my video settings got reset, and people were saying that my video yesterday, like I tried to get the settings back and it looked mostly fine, but it was a little bit blurry and a little bit worse than previous videos. And I just want to say I did actually watch that back this morning, and I will try my best. I think it looks mostly fine for today. But I will try my best to make the next video better, guys, so just bear with me here. I'm going to play with my settings some more by the time I upload my next video, and hopefully it looks better. But I think this video will look mostly fine. It's just definitely is a bit blurrier for sure. Did he just blink over? Okay. Anyways, also I just realized I didn't really do a proper like intro. So like, I kind of forgot this was like a series that I'm doing now. I actually forgot that. What the heck? Alright, thanks for the buff, man. I don't know. But yeah, this is a series. This is a part of the Tryhard series. I don't even remember what I called it. Tryhard, or wait, no, it's not called Tryhard. It is me tryharding, but it's not called that. It's, Duel Training Camp, right? I think I was also gonna maybe call it Duel Training Grounds, but whatever, same thing at the end of the day. So we're playing some Ama. This is a pretty tryhard character, and I kind of realized too, by the way, while we're thinking out loud here, I kind of realized that I'm not gonna have enough characters to like always like do tryhard characters, or at least like semi-tryhard characters, and then like also not do duplicate characters, especially for like the thumbnails. Like the thumbnails are gonna look similar sometimes because I'm gonna be picking duplicate characters, and I was like, dang, that sucks. But like, I mean, I guess that's natural. It is what it is. I don't really mind playing duplicate characters, but when I can, I will definitely try to spread out the tryhard gods. Like, I don't think we played Ama yet. I don't remember if we played Erlang or not. But like some gods that may or may not pop up in this video, you know, if they don't, then they'll probably pop up in the next one. But like some gods I'm thinking of right now, potentially for this one, would be like, maybe like Mercury, Ama, I don't think I've done, which is why I'm doing her. And Fenrir. Fenrir is one for sure. Alright, so we could not have butchered that any more than we did. Oh. Alright, swift little juke. I didn't charge my mirror enough to clear the wave, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think I could have cleared it and I just messed up. But this matchup is actually really weird, I think, because I actually think that Tyr wins for like the early and mid, just for the simple fact that I can't auto attack him, you know? He kites me pretty hard. And like I have to walk up in the wave. Yeah, we baited his Fearless out that time, that's good. Oh my goodness, dude. See, this is kind of like why I wanted to say that I just woke up recently and I have to rush this video, you know, because otherwise I won't be able to get the video. It was kind of like me letting you guys know my excuse that I'm going to be playing poorly. But that's also why I intentionally didn't choose a super hard character, actually. I was thinking about Mercury or Ama because they're both pretty straightforward characters, that it's pretty hard to like mess up so drastically that like you drop the kill, or... Well, I don't have my mirror, so that's unfortunate. I can maybe silence him here. Alright, well, it's just that easy, folks. It's just that easy. Thanks, Tyr. Appreciate it. He should have tried to get me closer to him. I might... Should I ult him if he dashes? No, well, he dashed me. I think his ult's back up by now, right? Oh. So yeah, it turns out his ult is back up. As it turns out, I don't think ulting him right here is the right call. I think he needs to get himself a little bit more out of position. Silence him so he couldn't push me and I can clear the wave. Ooh. Can we catch up to him? We do have the movement speed, aura. Oh! We're getting him. Alright, so like I said, Ama's a very, very easy character. There's no way to drop kills whatsoever. I mean, to be fair, he has like 400 health. I don't think I would have killed him, but... Keyword being think, man. I'll never know whether I would have killed him or not. Probably not, though. We're gonna rush cooldown. I think this is the best strat you can do on Ama. Like, if you really are scared, you can go defense second. It's not a big deal, but... Ama's a very fast character, especially if you level the 1 over the ult. Even though the ult does go down in cooldown, it's definitely not a bad thing to level. But if I'm already being greedy enough by building this much cooldown and no defense, so I'd rather just level my 1 for more healing and for more movement speed to get away with leveling my 1. Because if you don't have defense, least you can do is, you know, be fast and get away from them. And this build is really, really good for farming too. Like, as you saw, I just used my ability on him, or on the wave. And then it's back up, cleared that, come over here. Make sure he's not waiting around the corner to fearless me. Okay. And our ability is back up, and here we are, ready to destroy this camp. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reset, because I want to be as healthy as I can be for the red buff.
Everyone carries their tail their own way.
Everyone carries their tail their own way. It's so true. That's so true. Let me take a drink here. I feel like that's just not true though. Like, obviously people don't have tails, but like, do all animals carry their tail differently? Like, I understand that's like probably just like a metaphor, but I don't know. This doesn't seem that accurate to me. Oh, it just hit me that my 2-second stun duration ult is going to be a 1-second stun because he's tier. I don't like that at all. I don't think I should be the one who ults first, unless I really need to immune his stun. Yeah, I don't think he can out-secure me. The only way he can out-secure me is if he catches me in the fearless, or in the fearless. I don't know why I said fearless. But, and it's kind of hard to catch me in the fearless because I have beads and I'm spacing myself, right? Alright, pretty simple kill. I maybe could have played that in a certain way that I didn't need the beads. Or maybe I just didn't need the beads, but I didn't want him to do that thing where he fearlesses me, then knocks me up and throws me deeper in the tower, and then ults away and gets away. Like, he could have maybe ulted over the wall or something. And I didn't want that to happen. Unless I'm just literally insane and he already ulted in that fight and I just didn't see it, because that does happen to me all the time. But I don't think it happened this time. I do go the same build on Ama, like pretty much every game. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what I'm against, with a couple of exceptions. You know, there's a couple magicals that I might build, like no attack speed thing. Like, I wouldn't go Shoguns, I'd go Pestilence maybe, right? But but generally speaking, I do the same build every game. The one difference of like, okay. The one difference of whether I change up my build or not is just, I don't know if I should go Vital Amplifier first or Serrated first. Like, which one comes sooner in the build? I don't know which one's truly better. I mean, I know Vital Amplifier is much better for PvEing. Like, if your goal is to just go for the buffs and whatnot, go for Bull Demon, go for the Tower, go for the Phoenix, then Vital's definitely better. But if you're not just trying to PvE, then I think it's a little bit of a situational kind of thing. I think overall Serrated is probably better for PvP than Vital, like in this slot anyways. Because the pin is just too good. I already have some attack speed. But I don't know, man. I think they're probably pretty comparable. So we're just chasing them around the corner. This is where we're at. We do have pretty much full cooldown, by the way. Because I'm a warrior, and they get cooldown as they level. I have 9% right now. But I will get more as I level up. And it'll be 40%. Wait, is it 40 now? No. So we have 39% cooldown. So we're looking pretty good here. And I know this game is like really boring to watch. Trust me, it's boring to play. One thing I will say though is I'm still going to upload it because I know for a fact that some of you guys get these types of games and you don't know what to do. And so hopefully I can teach you guys what to do. And like these games being like, you can't kill them. Like I can already see it now. Some of you guys, like my viewers, I already know for a fact, and this isn't me making fun of you, I swear. It's not like a my viewer thing, it's just dual players. But I already know for a fact that some of you guys would probably just be raging right now and get bored and just start inting because you don't know what else to do, right? And maybe that's what I'm doing. Like if I ult him here, he'll just ult it too. But as you can see, I recognize the fact that that was a potential, that was a pretty decent risk right there. And I don't really gain much from it anyways. I'm not really sweating it. So we're just gonna clear, chill out, back, buy Vital Amplifier. Do we want a second relic just yet? You know what, actually? Maybe we should just get a bracer. Is that, maybe that's like criminally weird, but whatever. I don't really think I need another relic super bad. I could go Sunder. I could go, I don't even know. Honestly, it's a tier. Like, what do I really need against a tier? I just need to be able to fight him, you know, bracer power, then get away from him after I PvE or after I overextend, right? I don't think I want my bracer to be over here because I want to get this tower first. Alright, so my Vital Amplifier is proccing. Ooh, we do decent damage now, actually. We do some pretty... Ooh, we do more than decent damage. I'm just afraid he's gonna ult away again, man. And I don't want to get baited into missing farm. I shouldn't have swapped stances, but I want to swap because I want my Vital Amplifier proc. Alright, let's just ult him. Try to force his ult, see what happens here. He could have played that a little bit differently and probably fearless me into tower, but I still don't think I would die. I think worst case scenario, I'm running away with like 20% health way too fast for him and he can't catch me. That's probably what would have happened if he did that better, but could be wrong. Oop. Yeah, this is one of those games where it's like, I don't know. It feels bad to say and do, but it's like, my best play is just a PvE here. Like, I can't kill him. Like, of course, eventually I'll kill him, you know? It may take a long time, but eventually I'll kill him. But the fact of the matter is this is just a huge waste of time. At this point, he refuses to fight me. He's literally just running away. So I'm going to show you guys, like, hey, this is a Tryhard series, man. This is me teaching you guys how to get wins, not how to be the most respectable, honorable monk of duelers of all time, okay? No, this is how to win. And I'm going to show you. I picked Ama, so I already did half the crime already. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to win. And that means I'm going to go XE, I think, instead of Serrated. That's the pivot you want, by the way. Serrated is still very good for, like, Serrated is very good for movement speed. Like, that's super nice. But you want XE here, because XE works better on the, Bull Demon, in my opinion. XE works on the Titan. It's cheaper, and gives you more attack speed for your oboe. And yes, spoiler, we're gonna go oboe. Alright, so I'm just gonna walk in here. You can call it backdooring all you want. I just see it as this guy refuses to fight me, so... Like, I'm half HP and I just got the tower and he's the one who's walking away from the fight. Now I'm the one walking away, but I think I can actually turn here. Put this bracer down. Look to turn. I'm kind of missing some autos because I'm not expecting the regrowth. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, that was going to be game. I was just going to pick up the dual orb, run over, turn on my red stance, get the vital amplifier proc, and it would have been over. I would have been able to solo the Titan. I would have been able to kill the Phoenix before it whatchamacallit, slept itself, you know? And one thing I want to do before I switch over to the next game is I may have not explained it, and not everybody knows it, I would assume. So you may be wondering, what? Oh, okay, well. Okay. Anyways, if this would load here. Hello? Oh, this is so sad, dude. How has this happened for like years? Like, how is this still in the game? Okay, anyways. And then we get hit with the loading here too. Oh, this game. Okay, anyways. Vital amplifier. Here are the stats. If you read the stats, they're pretty good stats, honestly. They're not bad. And then if you read the passive, after healing yourself or an allied god with an ability, you gain 10% attack speed, 5% attack damage for 6 seconds, stacking 3 times. So what that means is this item as a whole, like passive and stats included all together, 30 power, 150 health, 15 HP or MP5, and 50% attack speed. It has 50% attack speed with the passive and 15% basic attack damage. Percent basic attack damage is probably not a stat you read very often, but it's very good. It is very, very, very good. So yeah, that's why we do it. And if we build Oboe at the end, this build would have literally just, it might have overcapped attack speed a bit. Maybe I could have ended up selling something for a silver branch, maybe. Maybe it's better to go silver branch here. I don't know. I think it would have been fine overcapping though. I probably just would have went Oboe, not had an issue. But yeah, that's why we went Vital Amplifier. Thank you guys for watching. I'll skip you guys into the next game. All right, guys, we're off into the second game, and we're against the Core W, which is no stranger to this channel. I think I've uploaded like 2, I think maybe 2, at least one video against this guy. Oh wait, no, we don't want Transcendence. Long story short, he's a GM player, I guess, if you could call him that. He has like 800 games split. His win-loss isn't anything like particularly impressive, but he is just a person who plays Duel all day long and reports his opponents after winning or losing pretty much every time. He's very toxic. He insults me in Spanish all the time. If you're curious, the video that I posted was something along the lines of like, I went against a toxic Freya or something like that, and it was my Baron versus his Freya a while back. If you want to watch it, if you're interested in that sort of thing. I had to take a drink there. But anyways, yeah, he's okay, I guess. He's mostly just kind of cringe. He plays really cringe characters and spam laughs and then loses. And is a really sore loser about it, but goes how it goes, you know? I don't really want to start a buff, I don't think. I'm just gonna dash through those. I don't really think it's necessary, but I'm gonna let my tower kill that guy. Then I'm going to clear the... Oh, I thought one of those lived for some reason. I thought I saw it at the corner of my eye. So, Mercury, now that I think about it, is not a lot different than Amaterasu. Maybe I should have spread these characters out a little bit. But anyways, we're playing some Mercury. And we definitely do not have the early pressure in this matchup, as you can tell. I should have explained that sooner, but I'm going to now. The reason why we're not really playing too aggro with clear or with anything for that matter, just trying to juke him here, is because I can't really fight him. He has better clear than me, and he has a better fighting potential for the most part, you know, just because he's ranged. And I have a pretty bad start. Like, Thousandfold Blade is not a very powerful start, to say the least. Alright, he's trying to fast clear so he can push minions into the tower. He even popped his Wing Shard for it. He's very serious about this. Yeah, I don't really know why he fast cleared so much just to back like that. Because it's like, maybe he's trying to get pressure for the smalls, but like he probably would have got those either way. Maybe he just wants to get back here faster so he can clear that wave and push that wave under tower. I don't know what he's doing, man. It's definitely weird. We need to get our gooseberries stacked up though, for sure. Gooseberries plus golden blade feels good, man. Usually on Mercury, I mean, I hate to say it, it sounds kind of cringe, but it's the truth. Usually on Mercury, I don't really focus on fighting too much until about, I would say, at least defense. But Mercury doesn't really get that much oomph, you know, until like mid game. I think my voice was like about to crack there. I think in my head, I knew my voice was gonna crack, like subconsciously, and my body took steps to prevent it. I haven't drunk enough water this morning, man. My voice is always so scratchy in the mornings. I don't know why. I drink some water, but I don't really think that's helping, man. I think the H2O is hurting me. Oh. Rave party. I actually think this is a good, like it's kind of just like the last one where it's like, you know, sorry for the boring game, but learning purposes, LOL. This is kind of a good game, I think, though, to show you guys, like, I'm against a decent player, I guess. I hate saying that, but I'm against a decent player in a matchup where I literally have to just chill. Like, I have to play smart, I have to play patient. And I think this is where a lot of you guys fail in Duel, is like situations like this specifically. And it's quite evident because I get questions all the time. Basically saying, wait, did he not do the red when I did blue? Did he do it after? Am I dumb? Is the map just lying to me? What is happening right now? Okay, oh, I don't know what's happening. But anyways, in these situations where I feel like the average Duel player is not very good at recognizing that their character is worse than the other character at that stage of the game, and just waiting. Oof. And now I'm not saying that Duel players can't PvE. Sure they can, but the problem with Duel players and PvEing sometimes is they either do it or they don't. Meaning, like, when they PvE, that's all they do. They do it for the rest of the game, and that's not really, you don't need to PvE for the rest of the game. It's just you need to PvE for the stage of the game that you need farm. Like, you need to get your farm online. So I'll wait until probably 3, maybe 4 items before I can start doing stuff. But it depends on how he plays too, how well he plays, because I actually played this exact matchup the other day against Fab Duels. If you don't know who that is, he's just a GM Duel player. But some other names he goes by is like Anime Lover, Counteract, Fat Duels, that guy. But I just recently faced him in this exact matchup, and I got rocked for the most part. Like, he even got my Phoenix. I was getting destroyed really early game. And I ended up getting to late game. Like, I ended up getting to 6 slot, and I just one-shot him like every fight. So, I mean, goes how it goes. Just gotta play smart until you can fight, man. Like, right now, I could go on him. If he had Aussie or an offensive item, I honestly probably would. But considering he has defense, it's just not worth my time. All it will do is put me out of position trying to attack him. And then, I'll probably lose more gold off the minion waves than I normally would because I'm out pressured, right? I'd rather just stay healthy so I can contest and clear the waves. Medusa is a snowball character. That's how I got my Phoenix taken, like, really early. The last time I did this matchup is because if you fight her too much in the early game and you make the mistake of, you know, thinking you can do just a little bit, you can't. You just can't. I'm gonna ult her here. See, like, even in that position, like, she popped her wing shard and everything. There's just no reason for me to just stay and try to fight her. She has red buff. She has an advantage. I think right here we go. I pretty much always go serrated here. Serrated into silver branch is my build usually. And then after that, it kind of depends, but I kind of like the Wind Demon Deathbringer. But this guy is no stranger to double defense. He probably will get a Spectral. Question is, do I care that much that he's going to get a Spectral? I don't know, maybe. as you can see, I hit him like a wet noodle. We're doing actually more decent on that attack, that fight potential right there, or that fight potential. That fight we were actually doing somewhat decent, but a lot of it has to do with those archers, to be fair. The minions body blocked a couple autos for me, and the minions were hitting her the whole time, so. And while they don't do that much damage at this stage of the game, they do damage, so. Gotta keep stuff like that in mind. We're gonna back up here for my blue buff spawn, so we're in good shape to defend it. That's something you guys gotta pay attention to. You got to be ready for when your stuff spawns. There's no Chester over there. Unlucky. Probably spawned in the middle. But you want to be healthy and try to contest your buffs. You can't always do it. Sometimes they get it, even if you're healthy, but it goes how it goes, man. I'd say this is the part of the game where you start to feel good, though. You know, like, we're not fully feeling good, but we're starting to feel good because our 2 is maxed out, which is giving us a ton of attack speed. It's also giving us a ton of movement speed. Because if you didn't know, you get movement speed from the Mercury 2 passively. You get 10% speed, just passive. Alright, well, we at least got one of those. I thought he was about to get both of the Chesters. I have to retreat, man. I really don't enjoy playing like this because it does look cowardly and scummy, but I don't know. I'm a firm believer that if you play like that all the time, you're kind of a jerk, you know? If you play like that only under the circumstances where you like your only choices are play like that or just lose and get utterly annihilated, you know? Then I think it's mostly fine. And I even try my best to be fair with that kind of stuff and explain that in my I'm gonna get a power pot here and try to fight. But I try to be fair and explain that in my thought processes. And like sometimes when I'm against other people and they do stuff like that, when I feel like they have no other option, I'm like, oh, it sucks that he won't fight me, but like, you know, I understand. I try to be conscious of like just an actual PvE player versus someone who just feels like they actually have to PvE. So that was a bit of a YOLO ult. I was just trying to see what I could do. And there goes the spam taunts. So guys, remember, I mean, if I remember anyways, remember that this guy spam taunted. And don't get mad at me when I spam taunt him after this game, okay? Smile. Those are decent beads by him. I say decent and not great because technically he did kind of pre-beads when he didn't need to. And it was actually my fault. I attacked him when I didn't need to. Ooh, wait, this is up. I kind of thought it might be because he was on the mids earlier when I felt like he should have been on this. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he beads early and I just dashed it like an idiot because I honestly forgot he even had beads. Like I did open my tab screen and I did see he bought beads, but I forgot. I saw it and then instantly forgot it. This Thorns is a power play for me. Anytime she pops her 1 and tries to go hard on me, I just pop the Thorns and call it a day. No way, dude. He rushed Bull Demon. I don't have Thorns, so I don't think I can fully fight her right now. Do I just 50-50 this red? Because at this rate, I'm not going to get it anyways, so I might as well try to 50-50 it, right? But like, the longer she waits to get it, the longer she's wasting her Bull Demon, I guess. I'm just looking to get this Silver Branch, to be honest. I get my what's it called? Ooh. My Thorns up and get my Silver Branch. I honestly don't even care that much about the tower. I don't even know why I was like half defending it there. She can have the tower if she wants it. I just want farm. And I just got majority of the buffs, the mids, and the Chesters off of that, so. Alright, we got 16 stacks on our Silver Branch when we press R2, and most of the time we should be autoing with R2. If R2's down, we're probably not autoing. Or Or we're still autoing, but the fight's kind of already over and she's just running away. And at that point, it doesn't matter as much. Optimal DPS. Oh yeah, damage is feeling pretty good now. We just need a little bit more gold, and I think we're golden. Like, I think if we get a little bit more gold for our thorns upgrade, that's when things start to look good for us, I think.
Look deep into my eyes.
Look deep into my eyes. I don't know why he's trying to like chase me around the map. Is like, let's be real here. There is no universe where he's ever gonna catch me. Like, there's just no universe. Like, that doesn't exist, man. I only have power pop for 80 more seconds, but I'm gonna buy this multi-pot, why not? I don't know if I should fight him while he has red. That seems a little bit risky, but I mean, I do have the thorns. And he doesn't have crit yet. I feel like the red falls off soon, though. I just need to wait a little bit. But every time I feel like it falls off soon, it never falls off soon. I'm always wrong about that. I always look at the map and I say it's like, oh, it's about halfway. Yeah, I don't really know why. Like, I wasted my ult and his response is to, okay, I'll waste my ult too. Like, maybe he did it for the slow, but like, I'm slow immune. No way he's tanking Phoenix shots right now. I use my thorns at a bad time. I definitely used my thorns at a bad time there. Oof. Like, you want to, in a perfect world, you want to use your thorns when it's like, you're either going to kill her, like, she needs to defend herself right now because you're about to kill her, or like, basically she can't get anywhere, like her dash is down or something, and her only choice is to try to auto. That's when you want to try to do it. But one advantage, I will say, is that if my thorns comes back up, she might not expect it to be back up, kind of thing, so soon, because she doesn't recognize the cooldown. Oh my goodness. she bought crit, guys. Crit has been purchased by her, in case anybody was wondering. Gosh, dude. I think, like, if I land in ults and start the fight like that, if I get a good thorns and I get a good ult, I just win the fight, period. Like, I just win. If I don't, then... Alright, that's our shell. We wait a couple seconds here. We don't need to play this too fast, I don't think. I still don't know exactly how much damage she does with that red buff and crit finish. I don't want to underestimate her. All it takes is one bad death and I lose the game. I have shell advantage. I have shell advantage there, and she took a Phoenix shot that she shouldn't have taken, so... Oh, I didn't even notice I stole the Bull Demon with my ult. That's so sad for him. I don't know if that red is up or not. I think it's still down. I just never cleared it. Because she had red on her right there, right? So... I could have maybe played this a little bit differently and got Phoenix off of it. Maybe? I don't know. I wonder if she's going to come back with a Spectral or not. Because he is the type to build Spectral. Which I don't even think that it's like bad that he shouldn't do it. Like, against a Mercury, Mercury loves to go like Deathbringer and stuff. So I definitely don't think it's bad to get Spectral. I'm just saying he is the type to go Spectral even when he doesn't need it. Maybe I ult him here. If we get a cheeky ult. I mean, I can try to start the fight with a dash and then ult out if it goes wrong, or I can try to start the fight with an ult and then dash out if it goes wrong. I need to see this red timer and know when it spawns. Okay. I kind of want to try to get him with like a long range ult or something. He has beads though, right? I need to walk to get my passive moving a little bit here. Alright, well, that's both of our ults. So we're back down to a fight like we were having last time. But I have crit this time. Yep, okay. I don't know why she dashed in on me. I don't know why she took that fight. I don't know why she has kins. GM player, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. He just lost the game in like the dumbest way possible. Or maybe I'm just being too harsh. I don't know. I say it's dumb because it's like, I don't know. You as a viewer, would you have walked into a 5-item Mercury right there, like who has crit and stuff? Like, I know that the Mercury's been winning most of the game, but like, or the Medusa's been winning most of the game, but you got to take consideration she had a big early lead, and a lot of those fights she had red buff over me. She doesn't really have much of a lead there. I mean, yeah, she has I guess she has a finished build and I don't. I mean, wow, whatever. Either way, I'm still late game Mercury. And I have thorns too. That's another thing. I'm late game Mercury with thorns, like, and she doesn't have her red buff that she normally has. So the insta leave lobby report strategy. Oh, poor Core W. Poor guy. Maybe I can show you guys where Core W is on the leaderboard real quick. If it takes too long, then I'll just give up. Dude, why does this game load everything so slow, man? Core W, where are you? So I can show you guys how many games he has. Masters. Because he's probably demoted by now. Did I skip him? Like, am I... I mean, this is a video, so if... Oh, there it is. Core W. 843 wins, 200 losses. He actually has more duel games than I do. So yeah, that's him. I'm going to click accept, and I'll go ahead and just skip you guys into the next game. I won't make you guys wait. Thank you guys so much for watching. Alright guys, we're off into the third game, and I'm depressed. I'm depressed, guys, because I'm against the Morrigan. At least it's not Dino, thank God. But yeah, for those who don't know, let me just quickly state in just a matter of a couple sentences here, or maybe just one sentence. I hate the Morrigan. Okay, no, it's not gonna be one sentence. I'm an idiot. I hate the Morrigan with a passion. I think she is. This is not just a duel thing. I think the Morrigan is the dumbest addition to the game in every way possible in every single game mode. I think every single part of her kit, from her passive to her ult to stealthing, all of it. I hate every single thing about the Morrigan, and if I were in charge of high res, which would obviously never happen, I would delete the character from the game. I think it's the most boring thing ever to go against in the game. I think she's moderately fun to play. You know, I don't hate the Morrigan. She's okay. But like, I hate going against her, and that's in every single game mode. She's so annoying and boring and so... Yeah, okay, I don't want to get too tilted. Anyways, the point is this is my least favorite god, and to put that into perspective for you guys, my second least favorite god, I don't know who it is, maybe like Basset or something, I don't know. The point is my second least favorite character, I hate the Morrigan 10 times more than the second most hated character. 10 times more. So yeah, I'm depressed. Let's hope that this guy sucks, because a good Morrigan is so annoying to deal with. But a bad Morrigan isn't that bad. Then you just have to be annoyed by her stealthing. But a bad Morrigan is not that annoying to deal with, so we'll see. He only had 2 stars. Usually the Morrigan mains have about 5 jillion stars. Alright, he gave me that. Things are looking good. I even got the smalls off of it too. But yeah, Nezha's early game, it's kind of funny to say this now after we kind of just owned the early game pretty well. But Nezha's early game is actually really poopy. He has terrible clear. His jungle camp clear isn't that terrible, I guess, which makes sense because he's supposed to be a jungler. But yeah, his wave clear is really bad. Even when you get your 1 maxed out, you know, that's usually when people start to clear, right? Like on her Impale, when it's level 5, it clears. You know, Apollo 1, Hamazot's 1. It clears at level 5, right? Sometimes level 4. I don't know how it goes in Conquest. I don't know if those minions are tankier or squishier, but in Duel, you clear around level 5. Nezha's ring toss never clears. Like, don't get me wrong, it does damage the wave a lot. And sometimes I think it'll even kill an archer. But like, it doesn't clear, is the point. You actually have to auto the wave and stuff. And maybe I should have got gooseberries actually, but I kind of wanted the bow for like clutch moments when he turns into me. And like we're Nezha-ing each other. No. Maybe I'm an idiot and he wasn't going to stop my back, but why wouldn't he? I mean, of course he's going to stop my back, right?
Just watch me win this.
The one good thing I have going for me in this matchup is, first of all, this isn't Dino. For those of you who don't know Dino, I mean, he's just a Smite player. I mean, that's it, really. He's not... he's just a Smite player, but he plays Duel. Oh, I didn't even mean to stop your back, bro. He plays Duel, and he plays a lot of Morrigan. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, guys, because I don't know. But I think he has, like, over 100 stars on the Morrigan. Maybe, like, 120 or something. I don't know. But the point is he's a Morrigan main, and he plays her very well, and very careful, too. Like, he never takes any risks whatsoever. He just sits under his tower until he has enough damage to one-shot you. Just smart. But, what I'm getting at here is we're not against him, so we got that going for us. And also, I've actually beaten that guy, his Morrigan. I beat his Morrigan maybe 3 times out of maybe 30 times. I get so mentally defeated and I hate it. But the couple of times I beat his Morrigan with Set once, and I beat the Morrigan with Nezha twice, actually. Yes, I have beat his Morrigan 2 out of 2 times with Nezha, so let's see if I can keep that streak up at defeating these guys with Nezha. I think Nezha actually has a very good fight potential against the Morrigan. He's still there, right?
Your ears ringing yet?
I mean, I deserved it, I guess. Yay, I'm being ticked down by his stupid percent HP passive that a mage has for no apparent reason on their auto attacks for literally no reason. It has no synergies with any parts of her kit whatsoever, and it's just horrible addition to the game. But you know, when you can't think of any other way to make a character bloated, you should just add random things. Like, you know, Apollo, we should make it to where his mez just blows people up after the mez is over. Like, it just explodes. Does that make sense? No, but like, we could just make him more bloated. Why not? Smile. I'm sorry, I hate that character. Yo, am I crazy? Yo, if you guys didn't notice it, maybe rewind the video. Am I crazy, or did he just have tier 1 Magi's there? Like, did he have this? I thought I saw out of the corner of my eye that he had Cloak, and then came back and had this. But maybe that was just tier 1 breastplate, and I'm an idiot. I mean, that's very possible. Dude, I just stopped his back again unintentionally with the ring toss. Maybe you should start backing further away, man. He has beads too, so... Dude, this is so saddening because I know I can lose this game. Like, normally I have like a pretty good idea of whether I'm going to win or not, assuming I play decent. This game, it could go either way, man. I'm always so nervous playing against the Morrigan. That is like my kryptonite, it really is, because it's like, don't get me wrong, I do think the character's too strong and really stupid. But it's more than that. I just hate her. So like, I'm mentally defeated before the game even starts. And when you're mentally defeated, like, confidence is a big thing, in my opinion. And when you're mentally defeated and you're not confident, oof. He bought a power potion? Who is this guy? I wonder if this is a Smurf account that just, like, has 2 stars on the Morrigan because they just play that much on their Smurf. Because people don't normally buy power pots. At least not like that. But we got one thing going for us, and that's he's already capped cooldown, so he doesn't benefit much from that. Like, I think I'm mostly okay with him having a power potion. Mostly. I mean, I say that, and then he's gonna clap me. I'm gonna be sad, but
1v1 me, dude. Be right back.
I mean, my ring does follow him when he's stealthed, right? That's pretty good. I didn't even notice he stealthed there, dude, until like he was like really close to me. What the heck? If we do get a cheesy kill on him, though, getting that red pot would be very nice.
Your future looks bleak.
I feel like he should pressure a little bit more when my ring is down. He's trying to poke me out so he can get the red.
Okay.
Yep.
1v1 me, dude. Gotcha, sucker.
You cannot comprehend us.
My beads were down for 10 there. He could have maybe made a play. Sorry if I'm not talking as much during this one, by the way. Like, if you can't tell, I'm like actually tryharding. I'm like actually trying to think out all my thoughts and playing this smart as I can. Because like, I cannot like, I don't mean to sound like a broken record here, but I cannot say this enough times. I hate the Morrigan so much.
Just watch me win this.
Oh, yeah, I hate her so much, man. This is going to be such a bad game. I actually ban her a decent amount. Not all the time, but whenever I have like an off ban, I ban her sometimes. Her and Aphrodite. I think the later this game goes, the better it is for me though, because if I start the fight with my stuff and then he turns into me and I beads it, like I don't know how to word it, but I should be able to, like, whoever goes in first late game wins, and I should be able to go in first. Unless I get turbo screwed over by some stealth shenanigans. Let's see. Oh, he has poly done.
Your ears ringing yet?
Your middle tower is under attack.
Comprehend us.
Cannot comprehend us.
We face a time.
Oh my god, that is so annoying! And it does actually a lot of damage, considering we both have defense, because he has a red pot and red buff, so... Ooh, he didn't expect me doing that when he was stunning, I guess. Dude, I don't know which way he went, man. Oh, yeah, that's fun. I love that. Yeah, that's such a good time. I love it when that happens. So now my ult's down and my beads are down.
They can't hold me.
My ult and my beads are down. And he still has his ult. And he still has his beads. And he got away because he stealthed. And I'm not going to pretend like I played that perfectly. Of course I didn't. But I played that mostly fine. And he just gets away because the Morrigan, LOL. Okay, dude, I need to chill before I get too tilted, man. I don't have beads for my own ult. Yeah, just one-shot my buff, man. I didn't even like that buff anyways. Oop. Okay, I don't know why he didn't ult immediately after, but I'll take it. Yep, he was going for it there.
Your ears ringing yet?
Alright, we don't talk about that situation. No. Oh my god. No way, dude.
Your middle tower.
1v1 me, dude.
Boom, boom, boom. So right now we're just trying to survive, man.
Just watch me win this.
We were just trying to survive. Alright, we got our Hydras though, and we got 30% cooldown with the power pop. We got 40% cooldown. Maybe we can do something now, man. He's stealth, right? So. Oh, he went over there. Alright, maybe I upgrade my beads. Get a little bit of a stealthy ward out. Oh my, I also don't know if I'm supposed to ult her or if I'm supposed to ult to like run away or what, I don't know. Because like she has beads, right? So it's like obviously if I'm guaranteed to hit her with my ult and take her up, then I do it, but I'm not guaranteed to do that. Okay.
Your future is falling.
He didn't chase me, I guess.
Your ears
I'm so scared, man. Maybe I get a bracer. That'd give me movement speed to run away from myself a little bit and give me power to start the fight a little bit.
Your future cannot comprehend us.
Oh my god, I hate playing against this character so much. I hate it so much.
done now. Gotcha, sucker.
No. Oh my god, dude.
Head in time.
You know, an Erendite would do pretty good for that situation, but... Ooh, I bounced on him. Does that mean I get the red buff because I stopped his back? I don't know if Erendite's good enough though, like, because I feel like, oh my god. Do I really have to go Erendite? Maybe a Crusher?
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
But if I go Crusher, then I can't really get Heartseeker without overcapping. I mean, maybe that's just not that big of a deal, I don't know. Oh my goodness, dude, dude, why? Why? Why am I against the Morrigan of all characters?
We gaze ahead in time.
Your ears ringing yet?
Your future
Your middle tower is under attack.
We gaze ahead in time.
Well, that's dead.
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
Your future looks bleak.
They can't hold me.
Screw it, man, I'll get Crusher. Why not? I just like the Crusher proc isn't even guaranteed to stop her though. That's the problem, because what if she just waits a little bit longer? But I mean, there is this, the whole theory of like, well, if she waits to stealth, then I kill her with my autos, right? Maybe Aegis is decent. Like, it's like, I don't think Aegis is good against Nezha, like when he turns into me, but like maybe Aegis is good for
Strategy.
it's good for Aegising the Morrigan's combo. Of course that hits me, man. She wants to poly my Phoenix. No. Anything but that. Alright, she bought a shell. Well. Maybe this is wrong, but whatever, man. I don't know what else to do at this point.
Your
Your ears ringing yet?
Oh my god, crusher value.
never be
'Cause I didn't break it, but it did make it to where she had to take longer to do it. And on top of that, what was I gonna say? I don't know, man. I lost my whole train of thought. Point is we screwed her up, man. Crusher delayed her stealth. Crusher delayed her stealth, and then we beat her up. I broke the stealth with my ring, is what I was trying to say, I think. I don't know if I should actually push that. Or maybe I should have went for Bull Demon, actually. Oops. Dude, I'm just like, I'm telling you, I can't think straight when I go against the Morrigan. Like, it's actually a debuff. I should have went for Bull Demon right there, but I can't think when I'm against this character, man. Oh no, she has Magi's. That's just like, that's not really a Morrigan thing. That's just something that's really good to do against Nezha in general. But it's scary to see for sure. Maybe this is a throw, but I swear she just went to back. Alright, I'm assuming she did go back then. I did put my bracer down, which is not optimal. We do not want to fight because we don't have our bracer as we just established, but we also don't even have our beads up, and we need that. Knew she was there. I wonder if she gets the benefits from this Magi's Revenge. Like, it makes you do more damage to the person who breaks the thing, and it makes you run at them faster. Sorry. I wonder if she gets those benefits when she turns into the other god. Like if she continues to keep the buffs or whatever. I do have a red buff here, but like between her having Magi's and my beads are being down, I don't know. She's walking towards me. Was anyway. Oh. Well, we're running away. That much is for certain. We're going to sell this bow, but I'm actually not going to replace her right now, which obviously hurts me a little bit, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't want her to see what I'm building just yet. Bro, if I don't have any beads, I can't fight her, though. And I need to fight her over this red buff. Right? Oh, this is so bad, man. What if I got Magi's, too? Why do I just feel like it wouldn't give me as much value as it does her? I mean, like, she's gonna be Nezha too, though, right? I mean... But she's just gonna proc it with her thing. With her stun. But then I'll have beads for my stuff, which is good. What? No way. That was such a close fight. Oh, I misplayed though. That was such a close fight. I think that's game. I mean, that's like a 20-minute kill. That has to be game, right? I'll let it play out just to make sure, but... Dang, that was a close fight though. That was a good game. I had a good time. I mean, I'm really embarrassed and sad that I lost, but I think it was a good game. I had a good time. I can't see, like, she's gonna end this in 10 seconds, right? I can't tell if he doesn't think he can end or he wants one more fight. I don't know. I also, if he does want one more fight, I can't tell if that's like a BM thing. like I know I can win because you're Nezha and I have Magi's and I'm the Morrigan cringe. Or if he's like actually giving me a respect one. That's the only problem with like giving people one more fight is it's really hard to tell in my opinion when they're being toxic versus being sportsmanlike. Either way, I don't know. Maybe I was wrong though. Maybe he couldn't have ended, but he definitely could have poked it out more. Like he could have gotten my Titan to 1 HP and then tried to like do some backdoor shenanigans. That's for certain. That was such a close fight, man. I misplayed. I shouldn't have let him, his Magi's came in clutch again. I shouldn't have let him get that sash off on me. And I missed my ult too. I actually forgot about that. I feel like my brain kind of like temporarily blocked that out. I missed my ult and I let him sash me first. Actually, wait, I think that was his beads after. That wasn't his, Yeah, I don't think that was his Magi's because I got his Magi's at the start of the fight, right? Unless when Morrigan turns back into herself, she gets Magi's again. Oh my god, that would be toxic. Surely that's not what happens, right? Smile. Well. GG. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to feel about this one because it's like on one hand, this is a bad video because, or this is a bad thing for the premise of the video because it's supposed to be like, it's a training camp thing, right? And I'm not saying it's bad because I lost, because there's a lot to learn from losses, to be honest. What I'm saying is it's bad is like, how am I supposed to train you guys to fight the Morrigan when I don't even know how to fight the Morrigan? Like, that character is the most annoying thing in the entire game, and it's not even close, man. I hate her with a passion. Also, Dino never went Magi's. That's another thing. The Magi's tech is just brutal. I truthfully, and maybe I'm coping, you know, maybe I'm coping, but I missed my ult at one point. I definitely could have played better. He sashed me first, but with that being said, I truly think like that fight that I almost won and he lived with 1 HP, he actually, if you watch it back, he misplayed at the very beginning of that fight. That's the only reason it was close in my opinion. I misplayed and he misplayed and he won, right? Versus is if he misplayed and I didn't misplay, I would have killed him, of course. But my point is I don't think I should have the opportunity to kill him between him being the Morrigan and having Magi's. I don't know, maybe if I got Magi's personally, maybe that could have helped me. But I don't know. I think the Morrigan playing patient with Magi's should just win this every time. If she doesn't have Magi's, that's an entirely different story. But Magi's is just too crazy, man. I don't know. I'll skip you guys into the next one. I told you guys that it's just this series is basically just going to be a day in the life of me. You know, this is me trying to train you guys and help you guys. But I think you guys genuinely like seeing games like that are back and forth and seeing how I try to deal with it and stuff. And even though I lost, I think there is still things to learn from it. One thing to learn from it is that, I guess I'll do a couple bans while I'm here with you guys. One thing to learn from it is that the Morrigan is AIDS, man. Like, just ban that character. Just ban that character. Whatever. GG. It was a good game. I'll skip you guys into the next one. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, we're off into the next game. I've licked my wounds a bit since my most recent tragic loss. It's actually only been like, I've only been off recording for like 60 seconds because I just did the bans and then moved on to this game. But you know, whatever. I feel like I've learned a lot in these 60 seconds and we've moved on with our lives and we're feeling okay. The only thing I will say as an extension from that game is, first of all, you know, I'm sorry. It feels like weird to say, but like, I'm sorry for letting you guys down. Like, if you guys did expect me to win that, I apologize. But I don't know. I feel like if you're a fan of mine and you watch my stuff for a while, right? Like, or you watch my streams, I feel like you guys know I lose to Morrigan all the time. It's just, everybody has a kryptonite, man, I guess. I don't know. Mine's just the Morrigan. I win sometimes, but if I'm against a good Morrigan player, usually I lose. It just goes how it goes. It's literally the only character in the game I can say that about. every other character, like, yeah, of course I lose more to some gods than others, but like, there's not a character in the whole game that I'm just like, oh, guess I lose because I'm against this now, period. It has nothing to do with the matchup. It's just because I'm against this god. And Morrigan is one of those gods, so. But whatever. Either way, I apologize. Looking back on it, like I said, maybe I could have got Magi's. I could have played a little bit better for certain. Oh, I wasted my passive there. Oops. And one other thing is, maybe that bracer wasn't too good. That's the last thing I'll say. Maybe if I had an Aegis or something, or maybe just a shell to get some to mitigate some damage. I think I'll just wait to do this, so I don't have to take any of his autos. I need to be careful about wasting too much mana. Also, another thing I'll say that's unrelated to that game. I just thought of it because I thought of mages. Because I was thinking of the Morrigan. Sorry there hasn't been a lot of mages in these videos. I think like so far this is the third video I've done in this format. And I think I've played 2 mages in 3 videos. And that's just, I don't know, the mage class is not only bad. Oh, I don't know why, because I actually have played a lot of Osiris in my day. I don't know why I just thought that that went through walls, but whatever. That's just me being distracted. Maybe I didn't think that, I just distracted ran. But yeah, sorry there haven't been a lot of mages. All the mages are boring in this meta. Like, they banned so many mages. Like, the mages that are left, besides like Agni and the Morrigan and Vulcan, like that top 3, which I've already done 2 of those. The only one I haven't done is the Morrigan, which I'll probably do the Morrigan soon. Maybe not in this video. But she's just a good mage. I mean, I just lost to her, you guys saw. She's a good mage, and there's not that many good mages left. You got like also, I feel like a lot of the mages that are left are boring to watch. Like Kukulkan and Ra and Giannis, you know? I actually like Kukulkan and Ra, but I feel like they're boring to watch.
I'm not messing around here. I need something with some.
I don't know. Either way, I'll probably do one. I don't know if it's going to be a full feature, like, or anything like that, but I'll probably do my next couple ones. I'll probably do a bunch of mages and a bunch of hunters, fit more of those in, because I've definitely done a ton of assassins and a ton of warriors. Bo shizzle. I hope you're ready to eat your words. Clearing the wave. Actually, I don't think I should be too afraid of him. I think I just want to ult him for fun, not gonna lie. That's the difference of being distracted playing and normal playing, you know? Because at first it was like I'm backpedaling away from him and I'm scared, right? Versus just making him run away from me and actually beating his buns. Hun. Got buns, hun. The main reason I like this skin is because, well, I've used his other skins a lot. Like a lot. So I'm a little bit burnt out on them. But also because this one has a giant cleaver, man. You guys notice the weapon? The left-handed weapon? Wait, what even is in his right hand? Wait, what is that? Is that a mace just with like... Alright, I'm gonna stop guessing before I sound even more dumb than I already do. Because I have no idea what... I have no idea what that is. Is that a cooking thing? Or is that just a weird looking weapon? Is that pasta hanging out the side? Like, what am I looking at right now? What am I looking at? Come here, boy. Pretty simple stuff there, just a little bit of auto canceling, nothing big deal, no big deal. And also one thing I did there too, that's like, because these are like very small things, but they do add up over time, is you want to make sure you're trying to auto cancel in between abilities. On Osiris specifically, you want to try to cancel his progression. Maybe I can show you guys and also prove to myself that I'm right, because maybe I'm an idiot and I'm wrong. Let's see. All right, so 50. Wait. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. Never mind. maybe they changed that. I could have sworn at one point in time his second autos, like these AoE ones, the AoE ones, I thought they did less damage than the initial ones, so you wanted to cancel them. I suppose they don't. Either way, you still want to cancel them though because it's faster. What I mean by cancel them is like instead of just waiting for that set, you see how the second phase of his autos, you know, the third and fourth auto are slower than the first and second are. You can weave abilities in between, and your abilities do good damage, right? So you want to get your abilities off. And so it's about choosing when to get your abilities off. And if you can, you want to like, if I can get this guy around the corner, like what I would do is auto, auto, 1, auto, auto, 2, auto, auto. You can even do it with your 3 too. Auto, auto, 3, and it'll reset your progression, I'm pretty sure. And that does maximize your damage, and it does increase your damage. But another thing I will say is that I did is once he was stunned, I didn't use my 1 on him immediately because the 1 is a slow. So I waited until just before or even as he gets unstunned to use it, so that way you get maximum use of the stun. Which again, these are just little basic things, right? But they do add up and make a difference. Like they most definitely do. Unless you just really are like a fully casual player, in which case do whatever you want, right? But if you're trying to get better, I do highly recommend you pay attention to little stuff like that. Because little stuff like that, maybe not just that, right? But things like that are the differences between good players and bad players. Or I shouldn't say bad players. Good players and okay players, or whatever you want to call them, right? It's just little stuff. Because there isn't that much crazy big stuff you can do in Smite. It's just a bunch of little things that add up. Also, you can't always like start the fight with 2 autos, then press your 1. Of course, you're gonna need to like slow them as you run up and stuff. The beginning 2 autos is a little bit different. Sometimes you lead with an ability. A lot of times you lead with an ability. I'm just saying once you're already in there and you're already attacking, if you have any abilities up, all of his abilities reset his rotation. And that includes his ult, but the ult is like obviously a little bit... It's not the fastest auto cancel in the world. What you're gonna auto ult land, and then once you land from the Osiris ult, you actually have to wait like a half second to a full second to auto. So it's like, you know, while it does technically count, that's not what you want to be doing, right? That's not what you want to be doing. Now the ult does scale up a lot in damage, but the 3 is just such a good ability because it stuns. And, well, I guess that happens no matter what, but it ramps up in damage reduction. Although they did nerf the damage reduction a lot. I normally go serrated here, and I do think serrated is very good here. But, I kind of just want some attack speed early. I think serrated is mostly, like, never a bad idea if your character can build it, but I think XC fits what I'm trying to do a little bit better. So I definitely want some attack speed. I'm going to put points in my ult. Like, if I miss it, then obviously that's a lot of wasted damage. But the ult actually goes up by a lot of damage. Like, 100 each is a big deal. For a warrior, especially. Alright, we landed our damage. We hit him with the slow. I'm just going to dive here. Why not? Pop the thorns. Okay. This is rough for him. There's not a lot he can do, I'll be honest. Like, hunters in general, at least the ones that, you know, made it through bans, hunters in general, I'd say have a bit of a tough time dealing with Osiris with thorns, especially with thorns. But, like, of course there are some exceptions. You know, like the hunters that got banned, like on her and stuff, can deal with them. And then, oh. Okay. And then you got hunters that didn't get banned, like Heimdall and Apollo, that can deal with them, and even a little bit of Hachi, a little bit. But like, still, generally speaking, out of the pool that's in duel right now, there's not that many hunters that can really deal with the Thorns Osiris ulting them off cooldown. So, unlucky for him. Respectable F6 though. That game was just going to keep continuing to go downhill. Oh, we're in Masters now. I went from a Grandmasters player to a Masters player in one game, dude. Can you guys believe that? I'm washed up. Well, I'm going to try to get another Osiris game for you guys. Try my best. I'll skip you guys into it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Alright guys, we're into the final game, or at least I hope this is the final game. If it's a 5-minute surrender, then, well, you know, maybe not the final game. But, into the final game of the, almost said stream there, of the video recording session in my room by myself. talking to no one. Smile. Same start as usual, nothing different. I mean, we did pick a different skin because, I don't know, I felt like using this skin, and also it helps you guys differentiate the two different games, I guess, if you fell asleep. I think I want beads, blink optimally. Neither one of these are really that amazing in the early laning phase, but like, I want to be able to blink on him, and then beads his root. Technically, I might be able to go without the beads. I don't want to get horrific and then him have sprint, because then it's just like, I feel like it's just not that useful. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. But yeah, I can get away with not having beads because I can blink on him, force his dash, and then ult. But like, I'd have to time my ult correctly to not get rooted, you know, jump over it or whatever, or do it after he does it. And I'd rather just be able to ult immediately and then beads the root, and there's nothing he can do about it, and then we call it a day and it's over, right? I could win this buff, but I don't want to use my passive just yet. I mean, it actually doesn't even matter. I take Osiris' early game passive way too seriously. Like, sometimes it matters, but most of the time it does not matter that much. It depends on the matchup. What buffs people start on, if any, stuff like that. AoE autos, boom, boom. I didn't really auto-cancel between them, but oh well, big deal. I cannot believe that I let the Morrigan through in one of my recordings and I lost. It's so sad. It kind of just hit me that, like, and it's not really that big of a deal. Like, it's not like this is going to keep me awake at night or nothing. It's just, it's still fresh in my memory, so of course I'm talking about it, right? But I cannot believe, like, that was my first loss in like 50 games, I think. Maybe even more than that, I don't know. Because like, your history, if I recall correctly, your player history shows your past 25 games. Alright, pretty simple. I blinked on him, and then he dashed away, and then I ulted him like I said I was going to do earlier. And he missed that minion. That might be the best part. Wow. But... oh, he has beads? Well, there's no way that's right. No way. But yeah, I mean, I haven't uploaded a loss to the YouTube in a while, and I haven't even lost in a while, to be honest. Like, I've went like 5 streams, 6 streams without losing, I think. Unless I'm blocking out the memories. So it's a little bit sad, but hey. It's coming eventually. I think I lost my last Nezha game too. Like the time I played Nezha before that I lost to. I guess I'm just washed up, man. I suck. What I do know is realistically I should ban the Morrigan every game. The only reason I haven't started doing it yet, and maybe I should give it up, is because, I don't know, for so many years I was that guy who first banned Hou Yi every single game, and it got to the point where everyone always knew whether they were against me or not, and would like ban my characters and pick super safe gods that they want to. That's the more important thing. Is they would pick super safe characters and just hide under their tower the entire game because they knew it was going to be me. And so it's like, I don't want to be that guy who first bans the Morrigan every game and now everyone knows it's me again, right? Now the only indication that they have that it's me is that I'm higher MMR than them usually, but like that could still be anybody. And it's like, you could say, well, just last banner then. Well, that would still tell people to a certain degree. They would ban my gods less. But they would still pick something cringe. And also, what if I just like, if I don't ban her first, I'm afraid that I'm just going to forget to ban her. And I'd rather just be consistent than not. I don't know. Maybe I should just not care and just ban the Morrigan first every game. Because it's very evident that I hate that character so much that it's like I actually almost can't even play against her, so. Very obvious. Oh my, dude, my ult 1 combo left the buff at 1 HP. That's wild. I was gonna say I don't really know why he's poking me instead of just clearing, but like, I mean, he's soft, so. And I guess I'm trying to poke him too instead of clearing, but I'm the one with pressure. I blinked for the buff, essentially. trying to get pressure on the buff.
Thanks. You're quite the professional. Quite the professional.
You guys think that's toxic? Like, totally random question, but like, you guys think it's toxic to say you rock to your opponent? I mean, like, they can't hear you, but they can see you clap if you have the emote. I don't know, I don't think it's toxic, but I'm not the morality police on toxicity. People call me toxic all the time, man. I don't know why. Because I laugh spam people sometimes, but it's like, I'm just laughing at their jokes. You know, it's not toxic, dude. I'm just laughing at their jokes. I'm gonna go XC again. Same thing as last time. Again, serrated would be very viable here for sure, but I think XC just fits the spot better. Earlier attack speed. I could always go serrated late if I really wanted it, especially if they were double defense. Double defense, serrated and XC stacking together against double defense is really good. But I don't think he'll get to the double defense stage. I think this is going to be an F6er. But, I mean, I could be wrong. You can't just say, oh, because someone's losing, they're going to F6. Or, oh, because someone's playing like a bad character, they're going to F6. Because while that is a decent indication, it's not a flawless situation.
Okay.
You know, I had like a whole thought process there where I was like, why play Duel if you're just gonna play a character that can never fight? And then I was like, well, didn't I just kind of do that on Mercury earlier? But it's like, it's not that I can never fight on Mercury. I can fight mid-late game. Thoth can never fight. But then I was thinking like, I mean, there is some characters he can fight into. Like, I think Thoth can fight into mages especially. But the problem with that is not many people are playing mages right now, so... But oh well. I mean, if he finds this fun, go for it. Because like I said, I don't mind PvEing either. But, okay. I don't mind PvEing. It's just, you know, when there's a purpose to it, when it's like, first of all, it's the only thing that you can do, and also because, you know, it's what you can do to win the game. And like Thoth, it's the only thing he can do, yeah, but it's like, isn't this the only thing he can do in every matchup? So you're basically signing up for it, and then he can't fight late? I don't know. Like, but maybe he can fight late in certain matchups? I don't know. It's a weird game though, for sure. It's like, but if I were to blame him for anything, it would be like picking Thoth, not playing Thoth the way he is, because let's be real, this is the only option he has. I mean, that's not true, he does have other options, it just involves dying. Like, he can, if he doesn't want to play like that, he's basically just inting. Wow. Yeah, you can have it, man, you earned it. You can have it. What if I just went like Aussie because like he's poking me? I mean, I think Aussie's probably pretty good, probably. But like the question is it better than XC here? Because I'm definitely gonna have way less damage, and I want to be able to lock him down and kill him. So, and maybe this is a little bit early, but I'm just going to I'm just gonna get the glyph. I'm gonna get my relics. I'm gonna upgrade him. I'm spending all my money. I think I have plenty of money. I mean, I think I have plenty of damage to kill him. My only question right now is, do I have like the relics and whatnots to stay on him? Oh, and my family just arrived, by the way. So if you do hear any background noise, I don't think you will. I'm just letting you guys know if you do hear some some children's in the background because, like I said at the beginning of the video, I have to rush this video, which I didn't have to rush it too much, but I do have to not play around and not waste any games, like show you guys all the games because they're gonna be here. Nice. Speaking of not messing around and rushing games, let's go, baby. I don't really want to use the dual orb on that. Like, it only had 5 seconds left. I don't do that much damage. Big deal. No big deal. Plus, we can run over and get this thing. But you guys see what I mean, though? Where I had plenty of damage. To kill him, I just need to make sure I can get on him. And I didn't need the beads there. So I most certainly didn't need the beads upgrade either, but... what was I going to do with that 300 gold? He might get red here, which normally is actually kind of bad to give up red for Bull Demon. Generally speaking, it's kind of bad. But in this case, I'm not worried about it. In this one, I am going to full PvE him unless he like actually allows me to fight him. So what that means is like I'm going to fight him, and if he runs away and goes into his fountain, it's a reset and heal, which he probably will, and doesn't allow me to kill him, like I can't chase him into the fountain, then I will just hit the base. Which is why I'm going oboe. Because this is what you should do, like honestly, especially if you're like, you're trying to rank up and get MMR as fast as possible, and you know, you work, you only got a few hours a day to play, or maybe even you might have 1 hour a day to play, right? And you don't want to waste time, so this is what you should do. I don't consider this to be playing scummy at all either, to be honest, because you're not full PvEing, you're actually trying to fight them. They're just playing such a terrible character that they can't fight you, so... see, like, he just dashed, for example. And I didn't mean this as in the Phoenix. I was actually gonna... what I was talking about was what I'm going to do to the Titan. Me ignoring him for a second there and hitting the Phoenix, yeah, that's still just because his character's bad. But, the second I see an opportunity to fight, I'm always going to fight. Like, there's no reason to full PvE there. But what I will say is because I was PvEing and hitting the Phoenix, he did dash, you know, aggressively trying to get me off of it, which was a window for me to go in. A lot of players wouldn't go in there. They would just, oh, I'm back in GM. A lot of players wouldn't go in there. They would just continuing to hit the Phoenix. But once you see an opportunity to get the kill, I think you should definitely do that. And like I said, guys, my nephews are here. I'm gonna go out there and talk to them for a little bit. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I couldn't do any damage. Yeah, that's off. Moment. LOL. But I think this is a pretty decent video length. I think it'll probably be about an hour and a half, close, maybe give or take a little bit. Thought I'd try it. Won't think that again. But yeah, this should be a decent length video, and I think it was 4 characters, which will do nice for the thumbnail. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, sorry, like I said in the beginning, sorry if the video was more blurry than usual. I will try to get that fixed over the weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.